Hello YouTube, I am Hans and this is Franz and we are going to pump you up. What's going on YouTube? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my third review of the Wave 6 DC Universe Classics Wave 6 Calabac Wave. I'm glad I amused myself, and I hope I amused at least some of you out there with that. If you don't know what that's from, check out Saturday Night Live Hans and Franz. It's pretty funny. But anyways, continuing with what's going on here. Yeah, this is the regenerative suit Superman, and this is his variant right here, the long-haired version of Superman, or some people like to call it the mullet. But yeah, both these figures are, I don't know, they're okay. But I don't know, I'll get to that in a minute. Let me just set these turkeys aside, these jive turkeys aside here. Gobble gobble, jive turkey. This is what the packaging looks like. I've actually had this, this was actually the black suited Superman was in this packaging. I've actually had this figure for a very long time. It was actually one of my first Superman figures. This being the actual original first, but I bought this guy loose. I believe this was my fourth DC Universe Classics ever when I first started collecting, so. But anyways, continuing with the matter at hand here. This is the wave as I've shown with Mr. Miracle and Killer Moth. I've now shown you Mr. Miracle. I have a Hawkman on the way. I've shown you Killer Moth. Showing you now, as of right now, Superman. And I'm trying to find a Shazam. This guy's getting kind of pricey, and I just can't justify spending a lot of money on a Shazam figure I've already have in a 2-pack. And that 2-pack doesn't, I mean, if you find it in store, that 2-pack does not go for very much, him and Black Adam. So basically the only reason I really want to get it is for the left leg. I actually am a Captain Marvel fan. I love Captain Marvel. He was actually my favorite superhero. My first superhero, him and Batman, were my first two superheroes I ever even read about when I was a kid. I remember watching the 80s cartoon of Shazam. He did have his own cartoon back in the day. And, yeah. So he was actually he was my Superman back in the day, before I even knew about Superman. I mean, I was really, really little. But yeah, that's the packaging. Oh, here, I'll show you the read-up here. It's not a very accurate read-up of the story and death, I say that with quotation marks, of Superman. Because it was really a healing coma. But there are his statistics. And let's get to the whole point of reason why I do these videos. The figures. I'll get to the variant first. Let's just go with the variant. Why not? Because not a lot of people are gonna want the variant. Let's be honest here. The selling point is him, which is a funny story. I'll get to that in a minute. This guy is basically what you've seen before with the short-haired version. He just has a different head sculpt. It's not a different face sculpt. It's just they retooled the hair. That's it. To make it longer. That's it. There is no difference in this Superman from any other Superman that we've already gotten. He just has long hair. So, now defects for this, I'll hit them up real quick with both, and then I'll get to articulation. He's got the Superman cape syndrome, which doesn't like to tuck in. God, Superman, you're so disorganized. You can save the world, but you can't tuck your cape into your suit. What is going on? Oh. Anyways, What else? Oh, his head. I don't know what this is about. I've never seen this before, but for some very odd reason, he has this, like, it looks like somebody cut into the back of his brain and pulled his brain out and then, like, plugged it with his hair. Because there's, like, a big, like, hole in his head. I don't know what is going on with that. I've never seen that before. But, I mean, I guess whatever. He's pretty much just a Superman figure. Other than that weird hole that, like, I don't know what's going on. It's like a plug in his head. Like, if I pulled that plug out, there'd be a hole in his head. I don't know what's going on with that. But on to this one. This one does not have a awkward plug or hole in his head. So, but this one also does have, hold on, wait for it. Oh, really bad paint apps. Yep. Really bad drop the ball on this one. Hard, Mattel. The paint apps are very sloppy on the feet. There's a lot of bleeding onto the black. And it looks relatively, like, it almost looks like it's faded paint. It just looks very, very suspect. His logo on his chest is crooked. Like, come on, it's a Superman figure. How can you mess up on the logo? Oh, what are you doing? As Chapman's Films would say, a dog vomit. But, yeah, there's also bleeding onto his, there's also bleeding, really bad paint apps on here, onto his flesh color, and it looks like they just painted his flesh color on. This was just originally just a black figure, and they just painted stuff on. The only perk about him is really his bracelets here are sculpted on, which is something different and nice to have for a Superman figure. But I mean, come on, you couldn't have just given us a molded. I mean, it just looks cheap. You chintzy. You just painted silver on his toes and weak. And he also has glitter in his hair. What is going on with that? Since when does Superman go to a disco or a strip club? Like, there's no way. What the balls is that? There is glitter in his hair. If you can't see it, you have to trust my word. It is there. It's like in the front of his hair there. It's just so weird. They put, like, somehow it ended up with glitter in his hair. I don't know what that's about. Oh, the other only difference I wanted to add before I forget here, because you know how I like to talk. I like to go off on tangents all the time. There is a lot more blue in this hair for shading than this hair. I actually like this head better without the, I would like it a lot better if it didn't have glitter in it, but than this, because it looks almost like he's going gray. It's so blue. It just looks a little off on you. You stay there. Go in timeout. But other than that, he's pretty basic. He's just a black Superman figure with a little bit of silver in him, and that's it. Oh, and there's also a quality control issue here with mine. He's got this plug in his back because it doesn't come with a cape, but it's not flush with the rest of the body. It's like sticking out really bad, and yeah, it looks like crap. So that, and he also has a very loose torso. That's not cool. So, yet again, I will quote Chapman Films and say, a dog of vomit. But he does, let me get to this. Enough of that. He does come with the, oh, Superman falls over. Sorry. Didn't mean to depress you, Superman. Don't take things so personally. He does come with the left arm and mace of Calabac. So Calabac's getting closer to you. Calabac is getting closer to being completed. Yay, only 2 more figures. Sorry. But yeah, there he is, and you can also take his mace out in and out of his hand. I believe the other arm comes close-fisted, so you can only put it in this hand, but we'll get to that when I get to it. He does have a little spot here. You can put his mace this way or opposite, the other way. So he's got a little holster. It's cool on his little belt here. So that's pretty awesome. Pretty cool. They added that on. And I can't wait to get done with Calabac here. I'll put him back. Bring these guys back up here. But, yeah, other than that, I think... do I think these guys are a necessity? Maybe not. If you're a Superman fan, then I'll recommend them. Because I understand. I have a million Batman figures. Well, not a million exactly. But I feel like I have a lot of Batman figures. And I like to get every version of them. It's just because I'm a big Batman fan. Same thing with Captain America. I just like to have every version I can get my hands on. So, if you're a Superman fan, absolutely, I suggest both of these guys. They'd be a great addition to anybody's collection. Now, if you're just a random collector or you just want to finish the Calabac wave, I might suggest that if you have to choose out of the two, I'd say the quality control is a little bit better on him than him. If you want something different, go with him, but... you know, it's all up to you, really. I wouldn't go out of my way to get either one of these guys, though. That's just my personal preference. I don't know. But I got them because, you know, and here I sound like a hypocrite here. Because I have both versions. But I am kind of a completist, and I do like to have, you know, my DC Universe figures. I enjoy them. Even if I am picking them apart. But I'll stop talking here. That's pretty much all I have to say about Superman, the Supermen, here we go, and the this version, both versions of here, and Calabac. So that pretty much wraps up for my Wave 6 DC Universe Classics Regenerative Suit Superman and the variant. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.